And Councilman James Flurry is here for a little bit to talk recycling and Republic Services and Pratt Industries and all that kind of stuff. So where does one begin?
Well, I think we start.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, there we go.
Where does one begin?
I think we start back where we come from. That's what I wanted you to understand, that Ollie Tyler had Councilman Jerry Bowman Jr. and I in negotiations back when we were having problems with the pricing on going forward. It was going to double our cost. There was nobody interested in putting we had some RFPs, but they were out the roof. They were not affordable. We could not double, triple the cost of recycling. And so Mayor Tyler brought us in as councilmen. And they let us sit and say our piece about it. And so Councilman Bowman and Mayor Tyler kind of came together with this idea that, okay, Republic says we can keep it at the $2.50, but we're going to have to do it every other week. We can't do that for that pricing there. Now, you talk about the 66,000 roughly water meters, and we charge you recycling whether you do it or not. Now, what happened back then was Republic went and followed the trucks and calculated who's recycling. And so when I hear you say, well, it's less than 20, actually it was up around 43%.
Really?
It was higher than because I'd been telling people.
Pardon my cynicism.
Yes.
That's their number. I mean, I'm not going to say that's wrong, but based on my own
observation.
I understand. Maybe it looks so deceiving, but I'm telling, they drove by the truck, followed the trucks, and calculated. And
but could that be those blue bins are out? Yeah, they're out. But did people just put other garbage in it? You know, could it be that?
Oh, it could be, because that's one of the problems of this whole recycling.
Let me tell you, I've said before, on my street, I've got my neighbors. It's families of 4, families of 5, families of 6. And they are producing so much garbage, they are literally using, I know every Monday, they are taking the blue bin and the garbage, that brown, weird, gray-looking thing, down to the curb because they've got so much garbage. So they're using their recycling bin for waste.
Yes, I understand that. And we have to do a better job in the city and say, look, we'll let it just sit out there. If you're not going to follow the rules. Now, I talked to Republic briefly this week that they have to do a better job educating. They promised me when I was in the meeting with Mayor Tyler and Councilman Bowman that they were going to do a better job educating.
Okay, so Republic, Pratt actually.
We're negotiating a new contract right now.
And they want to pay $25 million less over 10 years because they right now are paying an out-of-city water rate, and they basically want to pay an in-city rate.
What do we get for that?
Well, hang on a second. What are they paying a year right now that in their mind a $25 million over 10-year rate reduction is reasonable?
Well, they're paying the commercial rate. They want the resident. I don't know what that rate is, to be honest with you. But here's the deal:
if they're paying $2.5 million, if they want to pay $2.5 million less,
yes,
how much are they paying now, or what percentage of their current rate is $2.5 million?
Commercial rate's much higher, and so they're looking for.
Is that a 50% rate reduction? A 25%?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to say because I'm not, but it's a good. I would say that it's a high number. But here's the deal: when they came here, Mayor Glover made a economic development package for them, and he told them this is what the city would do because they're down at the port. We've got plenty of water. And so he made a deal to get them to come to Shreveport. Now, I understand. I haven't been to Pratt. I've never been down there. I've driven by when I was at the port. I'm not sure that I know exactly, but I spent 10 years at Bird Roofing on Arrow Drive. And we brought in cardboard by truckload, rail for our paper mill. And so they use this cardboard in their recycling but what is happening is they go down there and with all this trash people throwing mayonnaise jars and stuff and old tin cans and stuff in there. They're not trying to follow the rule. And then they have to spend a lot of manpower. But look, when we were negotiating, Mayor Tyler was negotiating, we couldn't find anybody that was interested in recycling. You know, I thought, well, here's what we'll have. We'll have a recycling center here in the city. We'll be able to get homeless people if they want to work and provide them jobs, and then we would recycle, clean it up, and send it back to Pratt.
What is your biggest issue with this new contract? What are the key issues you have with it?
I respect Councilman Nicholson so much. He is very knowledgeable, a great lawyer. But I felt like that we didn't need to let Pratt get away from the table. We got to have, because look, here's the deal. We're letting them haul that waste right now across, down I-49, across the streets of Shreveport to DeSoto Parish. We messed up. If Mayor Tyler made any mistakes, she got mad and let them walk away, and we should have tried to keep them bringing their stuff to the landfill. Now, if we shut the recycling completely off, then we have cut our lifespan of our landfill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And some people don't know this. Before I got to the council, we were letting people from Houston haul stuff up here and put in our landfill. Mm-hmm. And so what we need to do is be better stewards of the recycling. We need to make people adhere to what we say that goes into the blue can.
But can we afford as a city to give away $25 million over 10 years?
Well, I would hate to see Pratt leave. I know that's 16, but I believe as the economy keeps getting better in manufacturing, that those jobs could increase. But I believe that we have plenty of water, and we ought to sell them water. That was the deal that Mayor Glover made. And why would we want to go back on what we told them and promised them if they came to Shreveport and located their business?
So is there a way we can make up that $25 million?
I think there is, and I think I understand, as Councilman Green said,
over 10 years. Let me clarify.
Yes, 10 years,
it's
$2.5
million. $2.5 million a year.
Yeah, I think where we're going to make it up is in the landfill.